season as the Buffs coach. Got that big contract extension before the season began, and of course has our Buffs ranked number 5 in the country. Sharman Smith coming off a huge week and a big honor, Coach of the Week by ESPN. That is a national Coach of the Week recognition, and very cool for this Cal program, who again is off to their best start since the 2016-17 season. Definitely their best start under Sharman Smith. They had just 13 wins last year. They're sitting at 12-3 right now, entering the CU Event Center. They know it's going to be a challenge tonight, and Coach Smith said they need to be tough and aggressive from the tip. The Buffs, the home team, they win the tip, and they'll start running through their offense. It's a dynamic one. Just about anyone can get hot on any given night.
And they have such a veteran presence now that they're all such a well-oiled machine. They're really running their offense so smartly.
Part of that veteran presence is knowing how challenging the Pac-12 can be, and that includes a team like Cal who continues to grow. First shot up and a miss for the Buffs.
It is impressive what Sharman's been able to do. You bring in 6 new players, 3 of them in the starting lineup, and to kind of get that rhythm, get that consistency, even though that is the world we're in now, to be able to find that so quickly is pretty impressive, and those Coach of the Week honors well earned.
Williams hands it off. Shot clock winding down at single digits. Throwing up a shot is Cremili and missing.
Excellent defensive effort by the Buffs.
A nice look inside right away. Formann to Aaronette Vonleh, and that's how the Buffs get on the board first. Suarez will push it up and feed inside. Williams, one dribble. She had an open look and kisses it off the glass.
What a pretty look.
Aaronette Vonleh. Nice little jumper, turn and shoot.
That is definitely a strong point that they can keep growing.
Huge block underneath.
That'll work. Suarez has the corner, but nope. There for the help. Suarez kind of looks at the ref. Come on, no. There was a lot of work on that post recognition. Knowing when to toss it out, be the hub, and also knowing when to take your shot.
They're up 4-2 here. Approaching the 5-minute mark. There's Vonleh back in the game, and she's going to get fouled. Aaronette Vonleh with all the points for the Buffs right now at the free throw line.
Sharman Smith is, she walks off the court telling her, you got to be straight up. Fancier defending Vonleh.
It's crazy when you think about Onyang leading the team in rebounds, and yet she only gets to average 18 minutes a game.
Right, efficient minutes.
Suarez attacking the Buffs defense, kicks it out. 3-point attempts coming, and it's made. So Kimry Martin off the bench for the 2nd straight game, and she's right away making an impact. A 3 and then a steal. She's going to go all the way in and get fouled.
Just straight off the bench. Finds her shot. Beautiful setup with the screen, and then just right on it, she reads that pass so quickly with the steal, and on the other end, knows she's got the mismatch with Charlotte. Draws the foul. Exactly the kind of momentum boost you want, and Sharman Smith was hoping for.
Went to Utah before transferring to the Bears last season, and now she's going to head back to Utah on Sunday for that game. So big weekend. Cal with the lead at 6-5 here into the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, and a turnover by the Buffs.
Too much traffic. Not a good look.
Mia Mastro came up with the steal, and now the Bears working it around the perimeter. Suarez, too hard, and an offensive return, and they're going to keep it one more time. Suarez finally capitalizing and does it from 3-point range. Just trying to find energy somewhere. Shot clock down to 8. Sadler kicks to the corner. Whitaker for 3, and that's going to be a 2. She was over the line.
The Cal meeting their pace, pushing it.
Both teams with 3 turnovers in this game, but Cal really taking advantage. 4 points off turnovers compared to none for the Buffs. And Miller underneath, wide open. Finally, someone not named Aaronette Vonleh and Charlotte Whitaker ad.
Now they're spreading the wealth a little bit. Just a nice drive by Sherrod, and when Kendall Wetta just has such good eyes. An easy bucket for the Buffs.
Tied back at 9.
Of course, that's what CU wants, right? All right, you're going to match our pace. We're going to meet you with some stiff defense, turn you over. That's kind of what that Sherrod-Wetta combination brings to a little bit of chaos. Just disruptive enough out front.
Love the Sherrod-McIntosh guard combo we're going to get to see here today.
Yeah, 2 veteran players, the leaders of their team.
McLeod wide open and Miller.
And an easy, wide open Brianna for the bucket.
6-0 run for the Buffs here, and Cal trying to stop a scoring drought. Can Martine do it too hard? Knocks it around, and it's going to go the other way. Perimeter passing for the Buffs. Inside, there's the open cut from Maddie Nolan, and she'll dribble it back out to the right perimeter. Sherrod resets. 7 on the shot clock. She pops at the free throw line, and the bank's open.
That'll count. That'll count. Area of emphasis.
7 on the shot clock. Kermili right into a double team. There's a turnover with Kendall Wetta and a wide open scoop.
It's really strong defense, just Wetta. And they are so well scouted. They know exactly who they're going to. They know this outside threat we're there.
5 assists on the 7 made field goals tonight so far for the Buffs. Getting a nice 10-0 run there to end the quarter, 15-9. You mentioned it. It was kind of lackluster there in the first 10 minutes. We'll see what happens here in the second quarter as Cal begins with the basketball. They had 3 turnovers in the first 6.5 minutes, and then they added 3 more turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. So I have a feeling that Charmin Smith said, take care of the basketball.
Let's be a little patient.
And right there they don't. Sherrod finds an opening, steal, laying it in, and Jalen Sherrod comes up big to start the second quarter for the Buffs.
I'll just go to a set play.
Calico bench players waiting in the wings as McIntosh shoots with the shot clock winding down, and that's her first 3 of the day.
And again, it's in the pinch when you're leaving.
The high post.
A nice adjustment by Cal. They're really just doubling down in the paint. They're making it so hard. Begging CU to look for that.
Sadler with a nice field goal for Sadler. Didn't have a point against ASU. Had 7 at U of A, and there's a travel and a turnover.
And it is. This is early conference when all these student athletes, none of them are in class yet. They've just been on basketball, eat, sleep, repeat. It's just a different time of the season, but it's so critical to these early conference games.
Shaw pulls up at 4, and how about an offensive board, but a hard landing for Aaronette Vonleh. So we'll give her some encouragement as she gets up, but man, did she hit the deck hard.
Yeah, just kind of undercut. Great position for the board, and just a little bit tangled, and when she goes up, loses her feet. Ouch. Ouch. But she's up. She's tough.
Margarita picking up her second.
Always talk about it. Seems like, yeah, in terms of strategy, right? Just continue to rotate the players on the floor. Keep everybody. Again, giving them a lot of opportunity.
Really got stuffed by McLeod, and she goes after Suarez now, who ended up with the ball and lays it off the glass with 1 on the shot clock. Suarez has 7. Miller going up and off the glass.
Just a good read, too. Knows she's got help. Defensive help if she went inside. Beautiful read and goes outside. Kermili has to stay honest with Sadler. Good execution.
Drive by McIntosh. Floater high off the square. 5 for her.
And just one of those veteran moves. Knows she just needs to give it a shot. She knows she's going to draw contact with Sherrod, but just gives it enough elevation to drop it in.
Sherrod, cross-court pass to Quay Miller. Williams closed in, and she runs in to Suarez, who will pick up the foul.
Okay, Quay Miller.
And Miller knocks down her first free throw. She's getting it done on the glass. McIntosh gave him a little bit of energy here this quarter. She has 5. To Suarez, and she puts the moves on Sadler and gets the roll. So they've done their work inside, and now Sadler trying to get her J work in. Can't make it count.
Not much falling.
McIntosh saw the mismatch. So right underneath and passed it out.
There they go. Switch it back up. It was a good recognition, though. I'm going to at least give it a shot.
And leaving it short. Ioana Kremili's been pretty quiet this game.
I'd say only her 5th shot from the field. No points yet.
A little fadeaway. How about it on the baseline? Aaronette Vonleh showing her game all over the place.
Okay,
and McIntosh recognizes it. No one to guard her, and a wide open 3. We talk so much about the veteran presence, a group that's been together so long for JR Payne, but you're starting to see it now with Cal.
Yeah, right? When you have some, and especially international players.
Ample opportunity. Quay with 4 double-doubles this season, 11 points, 10 rebounds, her last game at ASU.
Such a consistent force for them.
Look forward to get your scores around the conference. See what's coming up for the rest of the weekend. McIntosh to the corner. Williams thought about it and drives on in.
Good look. Just again, that mismatch on the other side. She knows she can take it to the basket. No help side defense. Great look.
Williams' first points. Vonleh leaving it short, but gets fouled.
What else can you do? But Vonleh's so good using her body down low.
Double digits for Aaronette Vonleh. We're seeing the second, and McLeod coming up with an offensive board. Vonleh turns and shoots. How about it?
All right.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Nettie. Yeah, I'll take this. And no reaction. No reaction. Hasn't changed.
Happy face, sad face, all the same. The block from McLeod. That should get you going. Brandon McLeod coming up with a couple of those Weta for 3. And how about it? The Buffs knocking them down, making them count. 34-23.
And Weta, that's been one of her places of emphasis, right? Look for that shot when you got it. It's not her first go-to. She's such a good distributor of the basketball. Knows that she has a wide open look. And what momentum right before halftime to go up 34-23.
10 on the shot clock. McIntosh passes to Williams. She's have to shoot. She goes for 3. She connects. Big bucket as time expires here in the second quarter. That will give you some energy going in to the locker room to have a discussion.
Such a tough defensive game. It's hard to get any kind of offensive flow.
Yeah, the points in the paint have favored the Buffs, 16-10 for the Bears. But mentioning in the 3-pointers, that's one easy way for Cal to get back in this. But Frida Formann comes out trying to get her shot going. And chasing it down is Vonleh, only to turn it over. So a little bit of picking up where we left off. Williams is going to travel. The team's looking to clean it up a bit. Vonleh sees Quay from the corner. Nothing but net for Quay Miller, who now is in double figures with 10.
Again, that is her sweet spot.
Williams picks up her dribble up top. McIntosh on Formann, and she hands it off. Kremili ends up with the ball, and the shot clock winding down, leaves it short. The ball is tipped right into the hands of Suarez, and a nice move. Miller was looking for cutting Maddie Nolan, but Vonleh ends up finding her, and illegal screen.
I was saying, Kremili on the defensive effort, she was looking for this, but Quay Miller on that baseline. Excellent job. This is where, you know, that's the tough thing about Quay Miller and Suarez. They can score down under, they can score outside. That's why it makes them such a good matchup.
Called an offensive foul on Vonleh there. On the other end, capitalizing for Claudia Longarita. She was in foul trouble there.
It's such a pretty shot, and that's what can get you into that offensive rhythm right there. Knock down a couple big shots with the defensive contest. That brings some momentum to the table.
Drive right over Miller and trying to get her rhythm going. Kremili finally finds it. Formann will move everyone out. Vonleh got too far underneath and then steps out of bounds. First, she's had, you know, that injury that she had to sustain, the knee injury, finally getting back in her rhythm, coming off double figures, and here come the Buffs. Trying to stop their scoring drought here in the third quarter, and why not hand it off to Frida Formann? It's So the two big guns we thought would be a big difference finally on the board for both teams here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it just took a full half of a little bit of sloppy play to get it going.
Buffs back up by 7, and Sherrod tries to build. She gets fouled hard, and
nothing but net for Sherrod. That's automatic for her typically.
And she misses both, so very rare indeed. This big run for Cal to start the third quarter, and Buffs quiet him down with a Frida Formann 3. Can they restart some offensive momentum? 3 would do it, and Williams gets it done.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Both teams kind of trying to settle things down a little bit, right? Take care of that ball. Do a little bit more set pieces.
The Gonzaga transfer Williams now has 10. Formann dribbling around, and she gets stuffed by Aaronette, who had foul trouble in the first half. Nice feed and dump. Cutting Wagner gets the bucket, but it was Jalen Sherrod.
We're just going to keep blowing the whistle. Charmin Smith trying to just build that program and knowing that, okay, we can compete against these Pac-12 teams, all of these top 25 teams. That just goes, all those top 25 reps add value to your program and to that tournament picture.
Yeah, the ESPN National Coach of the Week and shooting free throws. Ioana Corneli just got on the board for the very first time here in the third quarter, and this is the team leader, 16.5 points per game and knocking down a couple free throws. She now has 4.
Yeah, it's a tough piece to be missing, especially when you don't have another Kelly Williams to make her pass it.
That is the pass the Cal Bears did not want to let the Buffs have, and rightfully so. Frida Formann with a couple threes. McIntosh has 4 on the shot clock. She's dribbling it around, and one more pass. Martine throws it up, and at the shot clock buzzer nails a 3.
Just enough.
Just her second time coming off the bench this season. Drive in there, and Tamia Sadler, she really loves that energy and presence. Just consistency that her shot can bring when she's on. Suarez on the other end goes over Miller.
Just a really good read down in the low post. Suarez, again, so efficient. They need her to start putting up some points.
Inside to McLeod. Brianna puts some moves on and gets it.
Good, I like all this low post play.
Cameron, we talked about the key for Cal was going to be the bench and how much they could get in terms of minutes, energy, points as a foul call. Kenaweta picks up that foul, and 3 for her now in the game will send her back to the bench. Jalen Sherrod checked back in, and McIntosh fouled out of their game against Washington State with just 4 points, but she did pass the 900-point threshold as a Bear.
What a career she's had, and really been part of an amazing era here at Cal.
4-point lead for the Buffs. McLeod with a dribble handoff on the right wing. Sadler to the corner, wide open. Nolan looks for 3, and she makes it. Maddie Nolan on the board now for the first time in the contest.
Just was patiently waiting. In the first half, that would have been a turnover before she got that shot.
Huge defensive play on the other end. The Buffs causing havoc in a jump ball possession. Will stay with the Bears, but that was huge. Williams was kind of losing the ball underneath, and they just swarmed her.
Exactly. It was a little sloppy, to be honest. Too much traffic, but Maddie Nolan lines it up. Patient enough to take that shot.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter here. Big possession for Cal. And that's the right person to have the ball, but it just swirls on out.
Robbed of a 3.
Yep, Sadler, she's going for 3 on the other end. And Tamia Sadler off the bench today. Second half energy.
I love it. Sadler, 7 points. And again, we talked about that bench effort. You have your bench players come in, drop in a few buckets, get a few defensive stops. That can be a game changer.
Back to a 10-point lead for the Buffs. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. speaking of havoc, just knocks it over to her pal Sherrod, up to Nolan. And the buffs are rolling.
As I say, making it count and using those turnovers, getting more of those points off of turnovers. And again, at a point in the game where this is where Cal gets a little desperate.
Desperate three from McIntosh at the buzzer doesn't go. So, and of course, these players who have given these student athletes who've given so much time to the university and to the programs to build them.
Absolutely. A cool moment for both the men's and women's program to have that validation and that nod.
So fourth quarter action here, and Vonleh back in.
Still in this game if you start dropping in some threes. But it starts to look more and more unlikely.
Beautiful from Kimry Martin, just reads the room. Formann was given the hand, like pass it over, but instead working on the inside. Nice pass from Vonleh to Miller.
Good awareness. Miller just continuing that to roll down the floor, knowing there's a little bit of an open lane.
And a two-headed monster today. Suarez, there's that three we're talking about. 9 players have entered the game for the Buffs. All 9 have scored, and 9 different scores. It's tied for the most in Pac-12 play. And Frida Formann trying to add. So it's going to go the other way. McIntosh pushing the ball. Looked inside, and there it is. Haven't heard much from Lane, who started the game. Nice dish, and Martin finishes.
Nice execution, nothing there. And yeah, and Lane just not really finding much against Vonleh. You really have to get a little bit of space and distance to make something happen. She's not finding that.
Vonleh for 3. Connecting. How about Aaronette Vonleh? She's literally doing everything, including making her very first three-pointer of the season.
Listen, okay?
The junior from Oregon, always stoic. She's trying now.
Yeah, there was a little
like, come on,
there.
come on.
You could celebrate this a little bit. I mean, not too soon. Show us a little something.
Buffs up by a dozen. 4 Bears in double figures. That includes Suarez, but misses a 3 there.
Noah Vonleh had the roll.
Shot clears out. Oh, man. Just passes all around. Can we get double assist there? Because I feel like you should have hockey points for that
Can
one.
we go NHL style on that? That's worth it. But for those 2.
19 for Vonleh. Sherrod, man. Orchestrating the whole thing.
And when Wagner and Sherrod are moving so quick, it's hard to even think about help defense because they're already on the move.
That's the position Cal's in now. Down by 14. 3 coming from Williams, and that's an air ball.
Starting to force a little bit. Try to pick up some of the big chunks of points.
This really shows the maturity and the experience, I think, of CU, right? This is... It's not a business trip because it's your home court, but it's a business game. You know how well Cal's been playing, the different weapons that they have. Even when they cut it close, CU just turning the gas a little bit more, and they do it again behind the sharpshooter, Frida Formann.
As I say, I like her on defense against Vonleh. She's matching post move for post move there.
Suarez grabs the board, drives in, too hard.
Again, Charmer Smith talked about some of the layups just didn't drop in the first half.
You know what does drop? A Frida Formann 3 in the second half. That's her 4th of the day.
That's what impressive too, you know, kind of that veteran player being able to, you find nothing in that first half and you come back that in the 3rd and 4th quarter, you're able to drop in 12 points. Go 4 for 6 from 3-point lane.
Cremelli goes strong to the hoop. Formann leaves that 3 short, but how about the boards? Just crashing the offensive glass for CU. Again, exactly what Charmin Smith suggested could happen.
Yeah, 33 boards for Colorado. We saw a few of those defense possessions where they let Cal have far too many offensive. That was a note they heard.
Did you know that Formann can also shoot inside the 3-point line? Cremelli throws up a jumper, got it. So back-to-back, Quay Miller trails behind. 33 minutes for Quay Miller, and that's a season high for her. Talked about consistency. She's been consistent on the court today. Whitaker passing off. Sadler pulls up off the screen. Boulder is such a pretty shot. Cal charged down. 2 minutes to go in the game. Foul coming. Well, 7 points has been the key to victory, but
again, started out so sloppy in that first and second quarter. Neither team could find much. Just a defensive battle. Really double down on the momentum when you can. It's tough on the road, and that all adds up.
And Credit Colorado just handling business today on their home court. They have been doing that all season long, and especially in Pac-12 play. They'll improve to 4-0 here in 20 seconds. Sadler through one last attempt over at Whitaker. Ball bouncing around out of bounds and a whistle with 10.6.
Still winter break?
Yeah, still winter break. Classes don't start till after MLK Day on Monday. So Tuesday, classes resume. Students will be back, and you can expect a packed house here at the CU Event Center. A lot of buzz created around this women's basketball team, who a lot of people say are Final Four caliber.
I know, which is so much pressure this early in the conference season, right? But that comes with the territory now.
Shot up from Patty Knoll. She's had a couple of those today.
Yes.
She might be in the gym later, seeing what gives. Foul right before the buzzer.
Again, and you mentioned, I mean, she's still really fresh. She's still the benefit of coming back healthy, but it's always, that's tough to miss that many games early in the season when you've transferred.
And with her free throw, she now has double figures.
Pretty quiet and uneventful. 11 points there.
So makes all 3, and here comes that final buzzer as the Buffs can celebrate. Victorious indeed against the Cal Bears.